Right now, a Chinese spacecraft is actually in an elliptical polar orbit around the moon as part of the China Lunar Exploration Mission. The spacecraft went into orbit on December 12th, and in early 2019, it will attempt a soft landing on the far side of the moon, as in the side we never get to see. Humans have never done this before. So if this mission is successful, the Chinese will be the first to land on the moon's dark side.
Want to do there. And most of all, why did I purchase the entire BFR? Entire BFR, very huge. For me, this project is very meaningful. I thought long and hard about how valuable it would become the first private passenger to go to the moon. At the same time, I thought about how I can give back to the world and how this can contribute to world peace. I thought of was, do you know, Jean-Michel Basquiat, you know? As you can see, I am wearing a Comedy Garrison t-shirt featuring Jean-Michel Basquiat. He already passed away. He's a New York artist. One day, when I was staring at his painting, I thought, what if Basquiat are going to stay as the host?
Let's get there. Meet the Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak, EAST for short. EAST is a fusion reactor in China, and now it can reach temperatures over 6 times hotter than the sun.
China, named Chengdu, is about to hang an artificial moon in its sky in order to provide the city with enough light at night to replace all their street lamps, according to a report in the People's Daily, the biggest newspaper group in China. The president of the Chengdu Aerospace Science and Technology Microelectronics System Research Institute company, Wu Chengfeng, said the plan is to launch a satellite that gives off what they call a dusk-like glow that looks and feels a lot like the moon, but with 8 times the brightness. The way it works is pretty simple. A special coating on the satellite's adjustable wings just reflects sunlight onto a precise location. Wu says the satellite will be able to light an area anywhere between 10 and 80 think they'll be able to launch successfully by 2020. And the 14,000 square meter of Chengdu will be the first with its own special moon.
And then it catches up to the camera, and I do notice it. I glance at the moon, but when you're staring at things, you don't know whether it's your eyes or what. And then I notice a second wave coming, and at this point, I'm thinking it's my camera. I look up at the moon again, and, I just don't know what to think. I save the clip out. I don't delete it. I almost did. And I look at it for quite some time, weeks maybe, looking at it over and over, and I'm realizing that, this is not the way a digital camera malfunctions. This is an organic line, no pixelation, no shredding of the signal. And it finally dawns on me that the pan of the camera proves it. When I pan down, and I usually don't shoot this way, I usually stay centered, almost always stay centered, trying to increase my odds of catching something unusual. But when I pan down, the wave starts, and I pan in front of the wave, which catches up to the camera, and that is the proof in the pudding. You'll notice a couple things. The wave looks like it bulges in the center, as if it's going down. If you stop the frame and measure it, you'll see that the sides are lower than the center, so there's kind of a bulge, and it's also tilted a little bit, and it mirrors the tilt of the poles of the moon. I haven't measured it exactly, but visually you can tell. I would urge people to go look at Jive Bop and Gridkeeper. Gridkeeper catches structures, and Jive Bop has done some incredible work with incredible setup, and he claims you can see through the floor of the mare or the mare, the seas on the moon, and you can see structure and stuff under there. People out there are saying the moon's not there, by the way, that it's just a projected hologram. I observe the moon straight for a year every month to catch all these objects that are shot and posted on my YouTube channel. I can tell you I believe the moon is there, and I believe that they cover it with a hologram so that we can't see what's going on the face of the moon, because we have good enough equipment to see these things now. So what I did is I bought a cheap light